I think one thing that people don't realize, and I alluded to this a little bit at the beginning, is how difficult it is for a claim professional day in and day out.
Mm.
They are dealing with someone's crisis,
Yeah.
small or big, every day. Every time a claim is reported, we may have put it in the pricing, it may be within expectations, but it's still a disruption to someone's life. And especially in the liability space, that gets very difficult.
Yeah.
You know, death claims are really difficult, and those folks deal with that on the front line.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a really interesting one because I completely agree with you, and I think the industry has always struggled to some degree with fraud. But the really hard thing is you don't want to have that so much in the claim person's mind, because when people call in with or report like authentic claims, you cannot have that person they're talking to, their first point of thought being like, maybe they're making this up. Like, so you have to have it where you treat everything as absolutely valid to start, and then only as you kind of go through the processing of it do you begin to entertain this might be fraudulent or similar, because that getting that calibration wrong erodes trust in the consumer's confidence in how the industry works a lot.
Right. There's claim magnification, and that happens. And then there's fraud.
Mm-hmm.
And so I try to separate the two. Claim magnification, you're not quite sure if it's supported or unsupported.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe people think that's how you negotiate, or maybe they may believe that is part of their claim.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we will see certain aspects of that. Let's say PTSD is something a claim person may question. Is it real? We had one claim in my experience where there was a gas explosion, and a woman was claiming PTSD. Our claims professional flew across the country in a very rural area to meet her in person to try to resolve that claim. She was, overcome with the care that was shown to her. And what he learned was right before the explosion, she recalled her children being in the kitchen with her. Now, the kids were fine. They had run out of the house, but she didn't know that when she woke up.
Yeah.
And so he could identify, he could be with her, he understood what her pain was, and he could evaluate that claim, and it resolved like right then and there.
Yeah.
Which, for the insurance company, we paid her fairly, we paid her timely, and we avoided some of the expense if that claim had stayed open. Conversely, we had a claim where a woman had fallen down the stairs, claimed some injuries to her legs, and then all of a sudden a back injury. Well, we found a photo of her riding a mechanical bull, and the claims professional found the bar. The photo was undated.
Yeah.
Found the bar where it was. There were so many bars in the area that had a mechanical bull. Narrowed it down, and you have to sign a waiver. And he, through the waiver, was able to date the photo as post-fall.
Yeah.
And that resolved for what we had originally valued at. And so we were able to take that magnification, let's say that fraud element, out of it. So you have to be mindful. It's all about that good investigation. And on that claim, the time was worth spent doing a longer investigation rather than speed to resolution.